Hello everybody, this is Blightwind bringing you Game 3 of WHA up against Uebelst Gaming within the Defense Tournament. So they had a very long Game 1. It was great, very fun to watch. Uebelst ended up taking that one, and then WHA came with just an absolute dominant performance in Game 2. And I mean, I'm not going to try like avoid spoilers or anything like that, because this is going to be clearly marked as Game 3, and if you haven't watched the other two, you know, shouldn't jump to Game 3. But we're going to see a Lycan band out right away. Lycan, pretty standard. I mean, he's a decent jungler. He's got great pushing. You can go the Mass Necro strat and just start chewing through towers. You might as well always consider Lycan band. He almost never sees actual play. Then we see a Chen band out. Pretty much the same reasons as Lycan. He's just a very good jungler, a very good pusher. He's got decent team fight with Hand of God, especially if you get a mech. And then Naga Siren's going to be the next ban. I mean, she's just a very strong carry, especially in like a tri-lane or something like that. The net is great, goes through magic immunity, final duration something like 5 seconds. Her ult, while it does disable everybody, but you can't do damage to them, what it does allow is for you to get into some amazing positioning. And then Riptide, just a great nuke, some armor reduction. It's all good fun, and then the mirror illusions to allow pushing. Darkseer band out. I mean, that's entirely for Vacuum and Wall. The Wall is just a great teamfight ability. Vacuum allows you to set up good walls, allows you to set up other AoE teamfight abilities, and this is just going quick. But Broodmother's going to be banned out. She's a lane bully. She's just going to sit in her webs all day, stay stealthed, build up that spider army, harass you with the spider army, go into the jungle, push towers. It's just easier to ban her out. And then Nature's Prophet will be the last ban in this first round. The Nature's Prophet, he's a good jungler. He's a great pusher with the treants. He can gank, be anywhere on the map with the teleport. Sprout is a very powerful CC-esque ability. Then we're going to see Leshrac as the first pick on WHA. Leshrac is probably the strongest pusher in this game. His biggest downfall is the fact that he does require a creep wave to push. He's not a pusher in the same sense as like a Nature's Prophet or an Enigma who generates creeps to allow you to push. He just does an absolute piss ton of damage to the tower, but he's fairly squishy. He's kind of made of paper on hooves. So you do need a creep wave or something there to soak tower hits. If he starts taking tower hits, he's very quickly going to have to pull away. But we're going to see what two picks Uebelst Gaming goes with. They're putting a lot of thought into this. They definitely don't want to fall into the same trap as they did in Game 2. In Game 2, they just got absolutely rocked. And they made what, in my opinion, was the smart choice. They said, you know what, let's just surrender this basically, give up, and we'll move on to Game 3. Better to just let them have this game. Tie it up rather than get frustrated and end up making mistakes and then go into Game 3 all pissed off. We're going to see an Enigma and a Morphling picked up. Enigma, very good jungler. He can also do like long lane if they end up doing a Morphling tri-lane, which has been very popular lately. He's got the Eidolons to allow him to push. Malefice is a great CC ability. Black Hole, just like an insanely good team fight ability, goes through BKB. Then Morphling, just a very powerful carry. He's been seeing a lot of love lately. You end up going the shotgun Morphling, you get the Ethereal Blade, and you just blow up these squishy supports. Then we're going to see an Enchantress picked up. Enchantress is a great pickup, especially considering the Chen's band. So you don't have to worry about any Enchantress versus Chen shenanigans. Basically, you can build up a creep wave. She's got great early game aggression. She can build up a quick army, go for a gank, and push towers very early on in the game. She's got a great heal. Impetus is alright, and Untouchable's kind of meh. Invoker, he's just a great hero. He's not, like, you can't really classify him as anything, because he can bring abilities to whatever you want to do. If you want to push, he can bring Alacrity, he can bring the Forged Spirits, he can, you know, use Deafening Blasts to clear out creep waves. If you want a team fight, he's got the Chaos Meteor, the Tornado, the EMP, the Deafening Blast. To escape, he's got the Ice Wall, he's got the Ghost Walk. He can do everything. And then we're going to see a Shadow Demon picked up. Shadow Demon, he's a great ganker. He's a good counter ganker with the Disruption and the Soul Catcher, and then Demonic Purge. Then we're going to see a Templar Assassin banned out. She's just a very annoying carry. I wouldn't say she's super powerful in compared to like an Anti-Mage or a Riki. She can definitely, if you get like a Desolator on her, like a Desolator Blink Dagger, she can just start running around blowing up your supports. But it's more that she's got like infinite chase. It's very difficult to take her down. So she's just an irritating hero to deal with. And then a Lone Druid's going to be banned out. That's primarily because one of the things that WHA does need is a long lane solo. So they got rid of the Syllabear. Enigma's been picked up. Beastmaster's still on the board. Windrunner is still on the board. So that's two options. They could also go... Okay, a Bounty Hunter is actually going to be banned out. Bounty Hunter is just... that one strikes me as a little odd. You don't really see Bounty Hunter played at all. I mean, Janata can be annoying, and Track can be very good. But it's like, again, it's sort of like the Templar Assassin. You don't pick them up really to carry. Because there's just people that will do it better. Then we're going to see a Chaos Knight banned out here. Chaos Knight, he's got a very good chase with the Reality Rift. The Chaos Bolt can hit very hard, stun for a very long time. And then he can get, if he gets good crits off, he can do quite a bit of damage. The Phantasm allows you to push very well, allows you to team fight well. He can carry, or he can just go for like a tanky initiator. So he's just an irritating hero to deal with. Quickly Alt-Tab. Audio is still going. Audacity did not freeze up, which is always good. So we're into this last round of picking. WHA, first pick here. So they do still need a support. Well, actually more like a carry. And then a long lane solo. So, like I said, the Windrunner, the Beastmaster is still on the table. Brewmaster is still on the table. They could go like a Weaver. Wouldn't be not exactly a well-known pick, but it's not an unorthodox one at the same time. And then Crystal Maiden's still on the board. Venge, Venomancer, Earthshaker. There's tons of support still on the table. So we will have to see what they end up going with. And they could use a solo mid on Uebelst. So they're going to go with Slardar. That's an interesting one. I don't really mind that one. They had some success with Slardar in the game 2. And then Windrunner is going to be picked up by Uebelst right here. Uebelst, so that's their long lane solo, and they'll probably send the Enigma mid, or vice versa. The Windrunner will go mid, and then Enigma in the long lane solo role. So they need one more support for the tri-lane. They might go like a Venge, maybe a Lina. Lina wouldn't be a bad choice. Because they have the Disruption to set up easy Light Strike arrays. The Slardar will be farming. He'll probably have a Leshrac as a support, and then they need a long lane solo still. It's like a Beastmaster. Okay, they go with a Queen of Pain. A Queen of Pain works perfectly fine. She's very safe with the Blink. She can do tons of burst damage. And does fit in with this kind of early game ganking setup they seem to have. They've got some push out of the Enchantress and the Leshrac, and also the Invoker, and then they can use Slardar to kind of Slardar, Queen of Pain, and the Invoker again to kind of run around, do a bunch of ganking, get some kills, get some harass, clear out creep waves, and she could she does fit semi into a push strategy because she has the Scream, so she can clear out creep waves very easily. You can even, if you get like an Agnum Scepter, I've seen them use Sonic Waves to clear out creep waves, because it ends up being like a 45-second cooldown. Just something ridiculous like that. So just waiting for the last pick out of Uebelst. They need one more support. Lina, I think, would probably fit the best, because they can't go Leshrac. Like, something that combos well with Disruption. So they could go an Earthshaker, which, even though that would be a little weird. Oh, and they're going to go with Tinker. Interesting. So, okay, they're going to do an Enigma in the jungle, Tinker solo mid, Windrunner in the long lane, and then just a Shadow Demon Morphling. Tinker, he's got, you can go the March of Machines build, get Boots of Travel, just start running around the map, just to, you know, causing havoc with creep waves, push all the lanes out, or you can go the laser rocket route and just blow people up. It's always good fun. But on WHA, we have Cryasia on the Invoker, RMC on the Enchantress, Fata playing this Queen of Pain, HHNP on the Leshrac, and then Joj Dicurve. I'm sorry if I'm probably screwing up the pronunciation of that, but he's on the Slardar. And then for the Uebelst side, we've got PAS hashtag on the Windrunner, KKY on the Tinker, Chill on that Enigma. Actually coming off of his usual Shadow Demon. We saw him in as Shadow Demon in the last 2 games. And then Alex on the Shadow Demon, and Leaf taking the hard carry role as the Morphling. We've actually seen Morphling in all 3 games. So, just sitting at a pause, discussing lanes, because I mean they do have a little bit of wiggle room. They could go like Invoker long lane, Queen of Pain, solo mid. They kind of want to match, you know, figure out the best matchups they can do. And some of the joined Dota guys just kind of asking what's going on. Why are we sitting here? Is someone disconnecting or something like that? And a random spectator speaking in German. I have no idea what he's saying. It seems Fata is AFK, and now we're good. Game is unpausing. So we'll have to see how the lanes end up going. It looks like we might see WHA go for a bit of an invade ward this pole camp up here, and it doesn't look like the Uebelst team is looking to stop this. So we either will see them get a kill because someone wanders into the lane or into the jungle, or they'll just get the ward off and that'll be that. Do they have any sentries? Yes, they have some sentries on the Shadow Demon. So he'll be able to de-ward that fairly quick. He'll probably quickly go at the 30-second mark, check to see if it has spawned. Morphling throwing down some observer wards. They gave them to him because he's got the waveform. He can quickly get away. They're going to throw down this lane ward, actually, and I do believe that this will block this still. So, and I heard a second ward go down. They throw one right beside where Morphling threw his. But they throw a sentry down, that's going to get de-warded, so it doesn't even matter if it'll actually block this creep camp, because it's got de-warded, and all is well. Shadow Demon will be able to pull.
The battle begins.
And are we actually seeing Slardar as a solo? No, it looks like they might just be doing some aggressive play with the Enchantress Leshrac here. Waiting for the Tinker to come in. They might go for a level 1 gank on him. And I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this. And then we've got the Queen of Pain up against the Windrunner bottom lane. Level 1 laser on the Tinker. Then we got Slardar up against that Morphling Shadow Demon. And Invoker up against this Tinker. And they're just gonna go for some aggressive jungling. Enigma doing the easy camp with his Eidolons. He had actually spawned some off of the creep wave. And we've got the Ursa Warrior already picked up. Looking to clear out some of the early on creep camps. I think Enigma realized what was actually happening. He realized that there was some aggressive jungling going on. Shadow Demon doing a bit of a pull. And Enigma's in some trouble here. Looks he's probably going to deny another creep. And use that to go jungle. Or he's just Chill's going to let them walk past. Interesting. Tinker pulling the wave past the tower. That way Invoker can't really get any free hits in. And then Queen of Pain and Windrunner just kind of exchanging things. We're going to see a Split Earth on Shadow Demon and a Sunstrike quickly to finish him up. But Enchantress goes down to a waveform. Slardar is going to come back up with a salve. We're going to see a split earth and a clap onto the Morphling, but he's just going to strength morph a bit and get himself nice and healed up. So that's a quick 1-for-1 exchange. I do believe it was Slardar who got the last... Or no, Invoker got the first blood. So that'll be a nice little infusion for him on the mid lane. And unfortunately, Enchantress did go down and she lost her creeps. But that's just kind of... It is one of those things that you kind of expect. Especially with some early aggression like that. Queen of Pains got one in each so far. So not really revealing any kind of build yet. We are seeing an Exort Invoker. So he went pretty standard, a bit of regen. I don't know if he already had used a salve. This is about 150, 180. So yeah, I think he had a salve. Must have already used it, taken a bit of harass. Probably just, yeah, some laser rockets. Annoying as always. And we're going to see a Leshrac and Slardar throw down a sentry. They're going to do a bit of de-warding here. Try and stop, they realize that, you know, Enchantress is trying to jungle aggressively. So they must have thrown this ward down just to limit her options. Force her back down to the Radiant jungle. Invoker's already got his bottle. He's got a Invis rune stashed away in there. They're actually going to find the Enigma. He's going to get Sunstrike. And Diabolic Edict doing so much damage. And he's going to go down. So this Leshrac Enchantress are kind of doing a bit of roaming, trying to keep this dire jungle under control. Make it their home. Enchantress has a Satyr Soul Stealer. Got that super awesome mana burn. And Slardar just kind of farming away. He's already got an urn finished. Some right clicks going in on the Tinker. They actually land a split earth on him. Oh, and the Edict is actually hitting him. Oh, he manages. He was Invis. The Edict will still hit the Invis target, but it doesn't really reveal them. You just see where the pulses are. So Tinker managed to run straight towards tower and just bottle Tango up. Enchantress is going to find a DD rune. She's going to go walking back into the jungle, and I accidentally click on the Radiant Fountain. So it looks like Queen of Pain is going for that Scream build, just looking to do some easy harass, some blink screams.
Short-sighted of you.
She knows that the Windrunner can like harass and get some kills with Power Shot, and if she lands a lucky Shackle, but it's not like she's in a whole lot of danger of dying. Slardar just taking a little bit of harass, and this Enchantress Leshrac are gonna go bug Enigma again. And we see level 2 Soul Catcher on the Shadow Demon. And yeah, this Tinker is just going the laser rocket route. Just looking to blow up this Invoker, blow up some of the squishies, the Enchantress, the Leshrac that they have on this Radiant team. And how are last hits looking? We got 21 and 9 up against 14 and 7 on the Tinker for the mid lane. So that's pretty much even. 20 and 14 on the Queen of Pain versus 11 and 3. Queen of Pain definitely making some leadway in there. And then 17 and 4 up against 18 and 4 for that top lane. But they've got some kills up top here. So it's skewing things a little bit. If we look at the early gold difference, it's about 750 gold. I had spiked it to about 1,000 at one point. So pretty standard. Knight's gonna kick in. Invoker's super low actually. He's already got treads. He's got his wand. And we're gonna see a rush. Oh, it's gonna be a regen. Manages to get a little bit out of that, and I think that actually saved him from the laser. That's like one tick of regen that he got. Saved his life. He's just going to switch to Quas. He's got 7.4 health per second. So he'll be able, or health per 5. And he'll be able to just walk away. Morphling's kind of just farming away. Doing pretty standard. He's got a Basilius up already. let's have a look at some items. Tranquil Boots on the Windrunner. We've got an Urn on the Slardar. Power Treads already on the Invoker. And Soul Ring looks like it was just purchased on the Enigma. We're going to see us Crush, Sunstrike, Split Earth. And he's going to start Strength Morphing. We're going to see a TP in from the Tinker. That's going to be... They're actually going to turn around on the Leshrac. The burst from the Laser Rocket, and then one auto attack from the Morphling. So that was unfortunate. They tried to go on the Morphling, but as soon as they stopped him from being, as soon as they couldn't burst him right away, he just started Strength Morphing and waveformed away. In the meantime, Queen of Pain is going to dive in on the Windrunner. I caught the tail end of that. You could have see it was just some pretty standard, you know, Shadow Strike, Harass, and then Blink, Screams. It doesn't look like Sonic Wave was even used, so see some TPs back from people. And some more wards being brought out to the Shadow Demon, playing the support ward bitch. Bottle coming out to the Queen of Pain, so she'll be able to and they actually have a double damage for her, so she's gonna quickly drink up all that and then bottle away that double damage and allow her. They might even go after this Windrunner. Tinker's gonna go check for Rune and find out that there's... Misses the Split Earth. Good job by her, but she might get... she's just gonna blink away. Pop the bottle, get herself up a little bit in mana. But that was good job by the Windrunner. She quickly turned around to bait out the Split Earth, but this is going to be a bottom tower that's going to go down. Blink in to just force her away. Tornado is going to do a bunch of damage to the creep wave. And the Wild can actually dies, but, I mean, that's a dead tower. Between a Leshrac, a double damage Queen of Pain, and an Enchantress, you aren't going to be able to hold that. Slaughter's barely going to escape. He's going to pop Sprint, run away. Amplified damage on the on the Shadow Demon, sorry. Bracer on the Invoker. And Tinker's just basically sitting on bottled boots. Looks like he's just going to go for a very fast boots of travel. And they're going to keep this push going. They're going to look to take out this tier 2. Edict coming through. It is a level 2 Edict, so it's doing a decent amount of damage. They're just going to let that Dark Troll Warlord die. So they did a good amount of damage. Got it to about half health. Probably at about 60% HP. Tinker giving off a little giggle there. And they might just pick up Rune, sweep back in, and do it all over again.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This top tower is going to go down for sure. All of those Eidolons going to do a ton of damage to it. So it's going to be a 1-for-1 tower trade, but we do see WHA is 1 kill ahead. And pretty soon they're going to look to take a tier 2. So Windrunner is going to pop Windrun, get away from that. Enigma's going to get the last hit on this tower. Disruption on the Slardar. But he's just kind of trying to stay a threat, but up against an Enigma, Morphling, and a Shadow Demon, you aren't really any kind of threat. Black Hole is up, and we're going to see this tier 2 go down for sure. Edict doing a bunch of damage. Level 3 now. We see a Demonic Purge, we see a Soul Catcher, a Malefice coming through, Waveform through, and Enigma's going to get the last hit on that. We're going to see a Cold Snap on the Enigma, though. The Force Spirit's coming through, doing a bunch of damage. Sonic Wave's going to come through, just annihilate her. Waveform's going to kill off the Enchantress, and he's going to Replicant out. In the meantime, Invoker finishes off the Shadow Demon. So that was a 2-for-2 exchange, but they did get the tier 2 tower as well. Tinkers, 250 gold away from those boots of travel.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We're seeing about a 1,200 gold advantage for the Radiant, and then actually a 2,000 experience advantage in favor of the Dire. And I think that's because a lot of the roaming around this Leshrac and the Enchantress have been doing. They've been kind of walking around, helping push, whereas the supports on the Dire side have been, for the most part, staying in lane. We're going to see a cold snap on the Tinker.
Dire's middle tower is
Forge
under
Spirit is going to come through. That's going to be a split earth on him, and he's going to go down. A very good job on summoning the Forge Spirit as soon as he got lasered, because then he can use the Forge Spirit to keep the cold snaps mini stuns going. This is going to be the tier 1 in mid taken down. So that's a third tower in favor of WHA. And this is basically kind of what I was expecting. They went for a rather early game-oriented lineup. We're going to see an amplified damage on the Morphling. He's going to make a Replicant and force Slardar to just sprint away. Tier 2 tower is going to take a bunch of damage as well. Leshrac just clarity potioning up. And that's going to be the tier 2 over here too.
Dire's middle tower.
Demonic Purge on the Queen of Pain along with a Soul Catcher. Does a decent amount of damage. She went forward to just kind of harass them away. Invoker's going to TP to the top lane. And Slardar is just going to come down bottom. Says, I'm not going to be able to really farm up against this Morphling. So I'll just come bottom, get myself some easy CS. And everything was well. And I'm going to knock over a plastic bottle. That can go on the floor for now. So we're seeing some very early aggression, very early pushing out of WHA. Which is what they need to do with this lineup. They will not be able to outcarry the Morphling with the Slardar. But with the Leshrac, with the Invoker, with the Enchantress, they have so much early push that they are able to just take the game over. And they're looking to push this Morphling. It's the general strategy against Morphling, just push before he can get farmed up. Like, you know, before he can get that Ethereal Blade. We're going to see a disruption on the Tinker. Sunstrike's going to land on him. A Splitter, it's going to finish him off. There was also a Dark Troll Warlord. Net. We're going to see a Malefice going in on the Enchantress. She's probably dead. Although the sprites are keeping her alive. Oh my god. Soul Catcher's going to land on her. She's going to make it out. Slaughter is going to pop Sprint. And we're going to see Windrunner go down to Edict. Along with a Split Earth. And Leshrac's going to wrap around. We've got Sunstrike's going to land. The Crush misses. But Invoker's going to finish him off. A Cold Snap on the Morphling. He's looking to finish off this Slardar. And the rockets actually don't go on the Slardar. Laser's going to finish him off. The rockets went after Invoker and Leshrac. Edict's going to be popped. We will probably see Leshrac. He's actually going to land Split Earth on 2. Enigma's going to go down as well. But no Sunstrike, unfortunately. No mana for it. Triple kill on the Invoker. Some great exchanges, though. That was one of those team fights that'll never end. But we've got the Boots of Travel already finished on the Tinker. He'll probably go for a Soul Ring next. This will allow him to just basically do whatever he wants. You Boots of Travel, lay down the March of the Machine, Soul Ring, and then rearm, and just do it all over again. Actually giving a bunch of farm to the Morphling. He's got his Treads finished, he's got his Basilius, and it looks like he's going for a Lincoln Sphere. Leaf does not like, he's not a fan of the build where you just rush the Ethereal Blade. He likes going for that safe Lincoln Sphere, especially against stuff like Cold Snap, Amplify Damage, the Shadow Strike, the Enchant. There's a lot of stuff that he wants to block. Primarily that Cold Snap, those mini stuns will make it so he can't escape with his waveform. And they're going to look to take this tier 1 top. Tinker's doing what he can, Rearm, rocket, rearm.
Tower is under attack.
Their glyph is up, but I think they're just gonna... Oh no, they're gonna pop the glyph. I don't know if the glyph was really worth it. That's 5 heroes up here. It's gonna go down anyways, and now you don't have glyph for like a tier 2 engagement.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
We actually see
Radiant's
Tinker
bottom tower
teleport
is under attack.
to mid. Queen of Pain's gonna be harassing this Morphling. He's just gonna TP out. And we see the rest, well, the 4 people from WHA just wander around in the jungle, hoping to catch somebody out. We're gonna see a sprint in from the Slardar. He's gonna get disrupted. He's gonna get soul catch. And actually, Shackle's gonna go on him, and the Leshrac laser's gonna finish him off. Leshrac is in a bunch of trouble. Malefic's to go on him, and the rockets are gonna finish him off. Tinker actually takes a bunch of damage from Edict, along with Forged Spirits. But they were looking to hopefully catch somebody out. Slaughter popped Sprint to hopefully get a crush on the Shadow Demon. And at the last minute decided to turn around, but by then support had already come in. Replicant of the Queen of Pain is made. She's just going to fire off a Scream and then blink away. Cold Snap and Forged Spirits chasing after the Tinker. The Sunstrike's going to totally miss. And he's just going to start popping bottles. Throw off those rockets. Pop the rearm. Fire off some rockets towards the Queen of Pain. And then just boots of travel over to base. Rearm. Let himself heal up. And do it all over again. This is why Tinker is one of the most frustrating heroes, to go up against. He will just destroy your lanes. And he doesn't even have max March yet. Once he gets maximum March for the machine, he is going to just cause even more havoc. We do see an amplified damage on him, and it looks like the Invoker, they're just checking Roshan from the looks of it, making sure that no sneaky shenanigans from Uebelst is happening. Bit of a silent yawn there. And it looks like everyone's just kind of calming down a little bit. Arcane Boots are finished on the Leshrac. And they're actually going to go for the Roshan. Amplified damage, Cold Snap going to be on him. Along with these Forged Spirits, tons of minus armor. They're going to tank it up with the Forged Spirits. The Bash is coming through. And I don't think there's any vision for Uebelst. And yeah, they're going to take Roshan. Slaughter's going to pick up the Aegis. I love his voice. And there's the crazy checkerboard. Gotta love when those portraits screw up. So far, the checkerboard, there's the Headless Sand King, and then there was the creepy thing that happened in one of my casts where the illusion of a lone druid died, and it lost all of its hair in the portrait for some reason. We're going to see a Cold Snap on the Morphling. He's just going to instantly drop the waveform. Just get out of there. He knows that if he sticks around, tries to fight this, he's going to end up dying.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now they're going to look to push this top tower as 5. They've got Enchantress kind of sitting in the wings. March of the Machines is going to come through. Power Shot, Rockets. Slaughter going to take a bunch of damage. And he has no earn charges. So that basically ends that. We're going to see what he goes for. Looks like it's probably going to be a fast BKB based on the Ogre Club. Unless he goes something crazy like a very fast Heaven's Halberd. Try and deal with this Morphling. Morphling still... he's got the Ring of Health for his Perseverance. We're going to see a Soul Catcher, Demonic Purge. And that's going to be a dead Leshrac. But we're going to see a Deafening Blast, a Chaos Meteor is going to come down. Shadow Demon's going to go down. Shackle's not going to latch on anyone. Rockets are going to come through. Slaughter has an earn charge now. That's going to get disabled by another round of rockets, though. Invoker's got a finished Force Staff. He's already got an Ultimate Orb as well. That'll be for a sheep stick, most likely. And we're going to see an Enigma replicant actually coming through. Enigma does have his mech and his soul ring already finished.
Dire's
What did Tinker go for? He actually went for Force Staff. Very interesting. Amplify damage. We're going to see rockets on Slardar. March is going to come through. But here comes Fata. Sheep on him already. We're going to see a crush, and that's going to be an easy kill. Very fast sheep stick on the Queen of Pain before she even gets treads or anything. Looking to disable, shut down the Morphling, shut down the Tinker, the people who have notorious ability to escape. $1,600 or 1,800 gold, sorry, saved up on the Slardar. So I imagine he's gonna, he might just be saving all of the money for his BKB. We're gonna see a smoke on Morphling, though. He's gonna get sheeped. He's gonna get slithering crushed. And then Sonic Wave to finish him up. He tried to waveform into the trees and juke it out.
That was the sound of your death.
And all the while, Invoker's just sitting up here with the Forged Spirits, just keeping the wave pushed out here. Slaughter with a very fast Blink Dagger. This will allow him to blink in, get some crushes off. The engagement, the initiation they kind of needed. Might go for something like a Vanguard now. Or he'll finish this BKB, not sure. We're going to see a Cold Snap on the Tinker. Force Staff forward. Force Staff again through the trees. And Tinker's going to escape. That was a bit silly. And we're just going to see Invoker TP out. Windrunner has a Force Staff as well. She's got her Phase Boots and a Basilius. And this is probably going to be for a mech. Or no, for a pipe, I would imagine. Because Enigma already has the mech finished. Morphling's got the Perseverance. So he's getting very close to that Lincoln Sphere. With that, he'll have some good stats. He'll be able to have some good regen. He'll be able to absorb the one spell. He's going to get sheeped, though. And we're just going to see some right clicks come in from the Queen of Pain. But he's just going to replicant out. And everything was K. And Tinker just using March to keep the waves all pushed up. Along with some Shadow Poison. We're going to see a ward go down as well. Sunstrike for some random reason. Not really sure what that was about. Queen of Pain's being a little ballsy here, actually. And Courier's just delivered something to Enchantress. Oh, actually going to pick up her mech. So she has a finished mech already. Both teams getting a rather early mech. And they're going to be working towards that BKB. Because they don't really have anything that'll go through that. So that'll allow him to basically channel his ult without fear. Queen of Pain just kind of hanging out over by the Ancients here. And Morphling. Ooh, Morphling. Urn's going to go through on him. And he has no stats to actually morph. Nor does he have mana to get a waveform off. We're going to see a blink forward by the Slardar, and that's going to finish that. He has the recipe for his Lincolns, which is good. We're going to see a tier 1 bottom. We're going to see some TP supports coming in, though. Sunstrike's going to come through, not really do anything. Force Staff through the trees to avoid Lishrak. Disruption on the Slardar. We're going to see a Shackle on him. Aegis is going to be burned. We're going to see a Blink Crush, and that's going to be a dead Shadow Demon. In the meantime, Queen of Pain also chased down the Tinker. Shadow Strike on the Enigma, but he's just going to get force-staffed forward. We may see them go for a tier 3 now. I don't think anyone has buyback. Tinker could. You know, they might even force an early buyback. Morphling's going to be up now.
Grateful.
Just waiting for the creep wave to come forward. The glyph is up. They're going to clear out these Eidolons. That's going to force a glyph. Enigma is up as well. So they should probably back up lest they get a blink, a black hold. Morphling's going to get jumped on though. He's going to start morphing strength. They're going to go after the Enigma. And things are just happening all over the place. Queen of Pain's going to finish off the Enigma. But Queen of Pain is in a ton of trouble. Gonna blink away. Split Earth on 3. Morphling's gonna waveform through. Finish off the Queen of Pain. And then a adaptive strike to finish the Slardar. They got the tower to just under half health.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they do have this tier 2 still to take. So it seems a little silly to try and force a tier 3. You know, might as well take this, get rid of all of this vision. Well, they've got this ward, but look at all the wards on the map for Radiant. Man, they've got
Radiant's
this.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Windrunner's going to get the last hit on this bottom tier 1. Invoker's going to get himself a Tornado Chaos Meteor combo going. He can pick up this Mystic Staff for his Sheep Stick, but he's going to save it just in case he needs some buyback. He's 6-0-8. My. That's apparently not bound to anything. 6-0-8. 6-2-3. And Split Earth on some jungle creeps. After this game, I'm going to have to rebind that. Because I do use Q. Q is actually how I start my recordings. So I don't want it, every time I start fraps, to have it open up the Kill Death Assist window. So I had unbound that and forgotten. But Queen of Pain's got a Necro 1. This will give them even more push. The Leshrac just got a pair of bracers. We're going to see a blink forward and a sheep onto the Shadow Demon. Tinker was thinking about it. Split Earth on the Shadow Demon and a Chaos Meteor, and then an auto attack to finish him off. And Leshrac being all angry. They are going to go for a Roshan attempt. Alacrity on the Invoker. And they're just shredding through this. Tinker looking to do march through here. Morphling actually got the Aegis. The waveform and the Aegis steal. Oh my. So waveform finishes off Roshan. And then he quickly grabs the Aegis and replicants out. That is insane. He's got the Ghost Scepter now, so he's 2,200 gold away from that Ethereal Blade. Queen of Pain's gonna finish out Tinker in the top corner here. Find him in the trees.
That was the sound of your...
And the Queen of Pain quote clip for some reason cut off randomly. Slardar, he's got treads now. Joel's still just sitting on an Ogre Club. Sheep Stick finished on the Invoker. He's got Drum as well. Has had Drum for a while. Mech and Treads finished on the Enchantress. Tinker's got 3k saved up. Pretty smart. Could use it for buybacks because I mean, they're starting to threaten tier 3s, so. Slardar gets a crush off on the Windrunner. The mini stun from the... Wow, so much damage from Focus Fire. Shadow Demon's gonna finish off that with Shadow Poison. But the mini stun from the Shackle Shot allowed him to get into range for the Disruption. But in the meantime, the tier 2 up top here does get takedown. And a Invoker Replicant for some reason. DD rune's gonna be bottom. See if someone goes to pick that up. Some wards picked up by Enchantress. And people just kind of looking to farm. Uebelst is in a bit of an awkward position here because they got like no towers really. They've got their base and that's about it. Whereas there's still this tier 1 mid, all of the tier 2s, all of them looking decently healthy, over half-ish. Okay, this one's a little under half. And so is this one. Quiet, you. But I want to know what this Slardar wants to do with this Ogre Club. BKB seems like it would be the most likely one. But we will have to see. Foker's got another 2k saved up. Courier just bringing some wards to the Enchantress. And some sentries. Going to look to do some more map control and some counter warding. But there's not much in the terms of dire vision. You've got this ward up here and this one down here just to keep an eye on Ancients. And then one more. This one here, but that's going to be timing out pretty quick here. It's got probably about a little under 2 minutes, minute and a half probably on it. Queen of Pain's going to head up here with the Invoker. And Morphling is farming away here. 200 gold away from finishing the Eagle, or from finishing his Ethereal Blade. Cold Snap was attempted on him. 4-step forward, a Cold Snap. The Lincoln Sphere stopped that, and he instantly replicant out. He just said, I'm not going to sit around, get Tornado or what have you. And I'm just going to bugger out of here.
Double damage.
Ethereal Blade is going to be finished on the Morphling. And well, now he has no money for buyback. So if he got picked off, like right now, it'd be a bit of a problem. But this Leshrack's going to be blown up. The Invoker could probably be absolutely blown up. The Enchantress. Queen of Pain even. Necro 2 is going to be worked on by the Queen of Pain. Or actually, that's Necro 3. She already has Necro 2. She's got herself a DD rune. And she's going to be bringing that to herself on the Courier. The mana burn from that's going to be very nice. And where'd they lay all their sentries? Laid this. Why do they? Interesting. Enigma finishes his BKB. So that'll be very helpful for him. Shadow Demon's got an urn. Sheepstick on the Windrunner. And then a Mystic Staff on the Tinker. Might be for a Sheepstick, might be just for a Shivas. I imagine probably a Sheepstick. Because it's just so damn powerful on the Tinker. It really should not be allowed. There we go, Necro 3 on the Queen of Pain. That book with its awesome tentacle tongue thing. And unfortunately, this Morphling's getting a little scary. This is sort of what happened in Game 1. WHA had a very early commanding lead. They had a lot of early push. But the Morphling managed to hold it all together. Got his Lincolns, got his E-Blade, went for a Manta afterwards, and just started doing work. Just started blowing up some of these squishy heroes. So the Leshrack's going to pick up a Vitality booster. Most likely going to end up being for a Bloodstone, but also just to give himself some tankiness. You know, get some HP going. And we're going to see actually Forge Spirits and Invoker Illusion doing some jungling. They are jungle buddies. And yes, so it will be for a Bloodstone. There's the Soul Booster finished. So that'll give him some great mana regen. He'll be able to turn on Pulse Nova in the middle of team fights. He's going to pick up a pair of smokes. He'll probably go Phase Boots after this as well. Might go Power Treads if he's feeling a little squishy. Tinker was going to teleport to the top lane, but he decides not to. And then we're going to see Queen of Pain just mop this up. And some random Force Staffs from the Invoker. Smoke gank on them. We've got it on 3. Queen of Pain kind of acting as bait, offering herself up to the gods. But they aren't able to find anybody really. And Queen of Pain teleports up top. Teleports up here, pops the Necro so that she can get vision from the Necro Warrior, and then just uses it to de-ward. Interesting. I don't know if that's necessarily what I would have done. I guess this Necronomicon Archer can, you know, attack these Eidolons. Morphling's gonna waveform forward, throw the Ethereal Blade out, but the Queen of Pain's just gonna blink away. She's probably not the best one to throw that on, just because she can still cast spells while she's ethereal, and she'll just blink away as soon as she sees the waveform forward now. Really, the only way you could do it is if she blinks in on you, then you quickly E-Blade, Adaptive Strike, and waveform. In that order. Use the Adaptive Strike first so she can't quickly blink.
Double damage!
Because the Adaptive Strike can go up to a 3-second stun. If you are Strength I do believe. Yeah. Minimum damage and Strength Morph. But we're going to be at another pause here. Sitting. We'll see how long. If it seems like it's going to be going on for a little while, I probably will fast forward through it, because it was a rather long replay, and I'd rather not sit forever at this pause, but we'll go over a bit of items. Queen of Pain's got another 3,400 gold saved up. I'd say Aghanim Scepter would probably be the best bet. So one of the joined Dotas, Kunya's gonna ask them what it is for. Another toilet break. Apparently 40 minutes is a little bit too long for their bladders. But yeah, I'd say Aghanim Scepter would probably be the best. Epi's asking people are having issues with owned. Aghanim Scepter is going to cause that to drop down to a 40-second cooldown. Bloodstone's being worked on by the Leshrack. He's he's about 1,300 gold away from that. Invoker's got himself an Aghanim Scepter as well, so he's got a 2-second invoke timer. And it's free invokes as well, so we're going to start seeing some spell machine guns coming out here. 1,350 saved up on the Slardar. They're asking if everyone's ready to go. Leaf is saying no, someone's still AFK apparently. And I'm going to go ahead and say what I've said a couple times now. The BKB would probably be the best. It'll stop a lot of what Tinker has to do. It'll stop this shotgun Morphling. Stop Malefice. I mean, I know the Demonic Purge slow, and then the Black Hole still goes through. But here we go, a resume. Morphling's got himself the E-Blade. Most likely we're going to see the Manta next. Just that is what Leaf's general progression will be. And then Windrunner's got herself the sheep stick. She's got another 1,000 gold. Probably just going to hang on to that for buyback. BKB is finished on the Enigma. He's going to look to save for a Blink Dagger, most likely a random Shadow Strike or Sun Strike on a single ranged creep. I don't know what that's about. Probably just Invoker going, look, I can cast lots of spells. Hey, you want to see me cast some spells? I can cast a lot of spells. Just wanted to get the Chaos Meteor, Deafening Blast combo. Figured might as well use Sunstrike. Because by the time I want it again, it'll be off cooldown. And Tinker actually comes in on this. He gets dropped a Deafening Blast. He's going to get Chaos Meteor. Sunstrike's going to come through. He's going to Force Staff through it, actually. Queen of Pain buys a BKB, but I don't know what that was about. That just seemed kind of silly by KKY. And I hear an Adaptive Strike on somebody. Looks like it was the Queen of Pain. And everyone's just kind of milling about. Morphling is on the hunt to try and find people, but he's also farming at the same time. Sunstrike coming down. We're actually going to see Windrunner get sheep. She's going to Force Staff forward. They're going to go after the Shadow Demon instead. He is dead. That is a totally unnecessary EMP. But hey, why the hell not?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Morphling's pushing this tier 2 up top here. He actually does finish that off. And they're actually going to get Roshan this time. That's going to be Aegis on Slaughter, and then I do believe Cheese on the Invoker. And they'll probably look to take Rax, or in the very least a tier 3 now. And Morphling has himself a BKB as well now. Bought that straight up. Doesn't want to get locked down by all the Cold Snap. Figures the Lincolns just isn't quite enough. And we are going to see a Mithril Hammer on Slardar now, so it is going to be for a BKB. He's about 150 gold away from that. And just going to be farming some Ancients. 100 gold to go. Just going to jump into the jungle, which is being farmed like no tomorrow. And I just realized Slardar makes some weird noises when he's sprinting. He makes like this weird, like he's got the wiggling noise. Then he also has like this thumping noise almost. Big push on this tier 1. Sunstrike's gonna come through, just do a bit of damage. Morphling's gonna finish that off though. And he is totally Agimorphed. He's got the 56 bonus agility or strength from his items. Enigma has his Blink Dagger finished. So he's sitting at 1200 HP. But look at almost 300 attack damage. What's his attack speed sitting at? Basically half a second per attack. And I'd say Yasha, well, the Manta next would be probably for the best. Just give himself some more absurd attack speed. And Soul Ring is in the stash now. Might as well just sell that, to be honest. You know, with this Blink Dagger, you don't really need it anymore. It's mostly for early game when you're jungling to get yourself some free Eidolons. But BKB on the Queen of Pain. And a Cloak picked up on the Leshrac. Just looking to mitigate some of this Morphling damage. Very good pickup on him. They might even go... He might even end up turning that into a pipe after his Bloodstone. Who knows? But we're going to see a Smoke. Sprint is going to be popped. And we're going to see a Blink Crush on this Enigma. He's going to get Deafening Blast. He's just going to get blown up. Morphling's going to finish off the Enchantress in the meantime, though. But he's going to pop his BKB and just TP out. Taking out the Enchantress 45 minutes into the game, though. I don't know how worth it is. You know, she's not exactly a whole lot. She does have the mech for the team. And Eidolon's just going to be finished up. Alacrity is going to be used for that. And Windrunner coming forward to hoping to find something, but sadly no dice. Queen of Pain's going to use the Necro Minions to do some Ancients. And they're just pushing all of the waves out, trying to keep things towards Uebelst's side of things. Queen of Pain bottles up a regen rune. And everything's just kind of taking a bit of a passive stance. And I don't know if this is good for WHA, because this Morphling will take over this game. Slardar cannot outcarry him. Invoker isn't really in a position to outcarry things either. We're going to see Leaf just get sheeped, and he's going to Replicant out. But yeah, some weird sound bugs going on there. And Invoker's going to finish off the Tinker here. Pulse Nova to clear out creep waves. Sorry, I missed that one. We saw the Meatball just rolling on through just in time, though. But, yeah, the late game here favors Uebelst. Morphling just... he's using this BKB willy-nilly. This is going to be a Tier 3 push now, though. Without March of the Machines, definitely favors them. Edict's going to do a ton of damage. We're going to see a disruption on the Leshrac. Demonic Purge as well. Sunstrike's going to come through. Malefice, he's going to get shackled. We're going to see a bunch of damage go through. Morphling's going to finish him off with the Ethereal Blade, though. He's going to get sheeped. His BKB still down for another like 40 seconds or so. Aegis is going to get burned on the Leshrac, or on the Slardar. Disruption's going to go through on the Slardar as well. Windrunner's going to do a bunch of damage. The Soul Catcher. The right clicks from Morphling.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think the Slardar was a little crazy. They should have just They should have just looked to do some damage to the Tier 3s.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Leshrac did get caught out, and that was real unfortunate. But Slardar kind of threw Aegis away, doing some crazy shenanigans, diving like over to here. And there's the Manta on Morphling. So he's starting to get super, super scary. He may look to replace this... He'll probably end up picking a Morphling or a Butterfly up. Might replace the Lincoln Sphere. I don't know how safe he feels with the BKB alone. And people trying to get a hold of me. And we see actually Boots of Travel on the Queen of Pain. So she's just going to be warping around, looking to push the waves out. We see a Shiva's picked up on the Tinker. So he's got also the Sheepstick and the Shivas. So he's going to be able... He's basically full build. He could sell his bottle and get, I don't know, an Orchid? Orchid wouldn't be a bad choice. Stop the Invoker, cause a bunch of bonus damage. Plus you can pop that, and then also we're going to see a Blink Crush on the Morphling. Cold Snap is going to break the Lincolns, and then they're going to sheep him. They just won him. Split Earth on him. Leshrac ends up killing the Enigma. We're going to see Shivas go through. BKB popped by Slardar. Invoker's going to finish off Tinker. Morphling gets a kill on the Slardar. We're going to see a Tornado come through on the Morphling. Enchantress is going to finish him off. Enchant and amplify damage on this Shadow Demon. He's gonna just drop. Enchantress gets a double kill. And this will be tier 3s. Do they have any buybacks? Tinker does not have buyback. And they're just gonna annihilate that tower. Glyph's gonna be popped to try and stop this Rax. But they're just going to machine through it. Alacrity on the Invoker. And they're just going to rotate to this mid set of tier 3s. Necro Minions tanking that up. Invoker's going to get the last hit on that. That's going to be a second set of racks. Enigma is up now. But with just him and Windrunner. Are they gonna really take 3 sets of racks with a single team fight? We're gonna see a Sheep, Deafening Blast, and a Chaos Meteor is gonna come down. Edict just doing so much damage. Invoker gets sheeped. EMP's gonna come through. BKB popped by Enigma. Is he gonna... No, Enchantress is just gonna kind of sacrifice herself. That's Mega Creeps. We're gonna see a Black Hole on 1, I think that was. Invoker's going to make it out. Oh, Tinker's gonna also Force Staff through. Use the Shivas. But I mean, with Mega Creeps up, they don't really have a whole lot to be afraid of. Sunstrike's gonna come through on the Tinker, amplify damage on him. And actually Slaughter blinks into trees for some reason. Sheepstick onto the Queen of Pain. Tornado's gonna come through. Oh, so lucky for Queen of Pain. Once Tinker can get you into that sheep shenanigans, he'll just keep rearming, sheeping you, rearming, sheeping you, because it's only a 1-second rearm. Queen of Pain's gonna get a Desolator. Just synergize even more with the minus armor they have, give even more right clicks. I love the new bottle icons for when you have a rune. That illusion looks so cool. Bloodstone is finished on the Leshrac. He's got another 2k gold saved up. Could go for a Hood of Defiance. He's gonna get Boots of Travel. TP up top here. They're gonna look to do one final push. Finish this off. And I would dare say that this is pretty much over. It's hard, incredibly difficult to come back from Mega Creeps. That's going to be one of the towers. Edict's going to come through. The Glyph is still not up. Sheep on the Windrunner. Blink, Crush onto... And they're going to call GG. WHA takes the series 2-1. Very good second... or third game, sorry. That's what this one is. The second game was a bit of a stomp, but fantastic game 1, fantastic game 3. Very well played. WHA, along with Pot and Bottom, bit of a dark horse within the scene now. People definitely are gonna want to keep an eye on them. I think they're gonna cause great waves in this within the professional scene. But I was Blightwind. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like and a favorite. It definitely helps out new casters like myself. And please leave comments on how I can improve myself. And I will catch you all later on. Please subscribe if you would like to see more great Dota action. Have a great night.